Titans football lives here.
92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News and Talk. Mike Wennmacher here at Titans Stadium, joined by Glenwood Titans head football coach, Coach David Hay. Tough loss last Friday in Decatur, but sometimes people say you learn more from losing than winning. What did you learn about your football team from that football game?
Not any one big thing. We just got beat. A lot of different things we got to fix, and some positions and some people who need to do some things better, and including myself and our coaching staff and all across the board. Yeah, when you lose, you learn a lot. There's lots of things we could say about this and that, but anyway, we just got flat beat. And yeah, you can get better from a loss, and I hope we will this week. I thought we had a good week of practice, but we'll find out. The tests come on Friday.
One thing for me as a broadcaster was difficult keeping time on the field in that second half, not being able to tell our listeners, how much time is left. How often were they updating you on the sidelines, and how did you have to adapt to that?
Every time I asked, and toward the end, obviously, I asked a lot of times. I even kind of gave them a heads up, I'm going to be asking you a lot. That's a challenge. First of all, we're kind of, for lack of a better word, spoiled for 40-second clocks right off the bat, but didn't have that either. But that's just what you got to deal with. It didn't really have any effect on the game, but yeah, it's just a little bit different. You just got to communicate with those officials.
One thing defensively, came away with a couple more turnovers again, a couple fumble recoveries. Is that something you guys preach in practice, of going after the ball when the first guy wraps, or is that just something that's just happening?
Well, both, I think. Certainly you're looking for turnovers. We talk about the second, third, and fourth guy there, and pursuing. When you're pursuing, those good things happen. Those opportunities present themselves, and you don't think about how many fumbles occur and you don't get. When you're pursuing hard, you're more likely to get them. So it's not a real complicated thing, but if we're pursuing well, the ball's going to pop in your hands.
Got a big game Friday night. How important is it in this conference specifically, and any conference really, but to defend home turf?
Yeah, it's always important in any football league. You got to be able to play at home. You're more comfortable at home, and you have your crowd, and you have all those advantages. You have that ease of lots of things you don't have to think about and change and plan, especially in high school football because you're dealing with teenage boys. So it's just a comfort thing, I think. Of course, along with us here in our stadium, we got great support and great crowd and all kinds of things going on that are positive.
It's the old rivalry with SHG, but a different head coach. Is it going to take you a second when you look across those sidelines and don't see Ken Leonard over there? Is that going to be a little weird for you?
No, not really.
Okay.
I don't really pay attention to the other head coach over there too much. Before the game, we shake hands. During the game, I don't pay any attention. And after the game, you say, good game. No, I don't think that really have any effect on or feeling on the game. It's still just the same rivalry that I've been coaching in for quite some time.
What have you seen from them offensively for SHG? They got a lot of new guys because they had a really good class go through there. What have you seen on tape from them offensively?
It's the same thing. They execute very well, and they're obviously well coached, and they're going to run the football, and they can do both. They can do both, just like we try to do, and get our offense to be able to be multiple. They'll throw a lot of formations at you, so we've got to coach up our kids, and I feel like with our fundamentals and our secondary and our up front, we'll be able to line up to whatever they're going to throw at us.
Defensively, same kind of way they've always kind of run the fronts? Any change with the new head coach, or kind of similar to what you've seen over the years?
No, it looks like it's the same program. It looks the same to me. They're going to have a big, fast, physical front. They're going to go aggressively after the football in the secondary. So, no, it looks the same. It looks like the same thing I've been seeing for 30 years.
Always appreciate the time, Coach, and best of luck Friday night. Looking forward to calling all the action.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Your home for Glenwood Titans football is 92.7 WMAY.
Presented by Illinois Paving. Driveway problems? Not a problem. Call Cousin Bill. ILPaving.com.